131 of the All the Book Show, recorded at the David A. Howe Public Library, where we talk book news, author news, and literary news. I'm Eric Mickles.
I'm Nick Gunning.
And
I'm Kate Miller.
We got Kate back, folks.
Yeah.
Actually, she's been asking us ever since episode 120, the Goodreads Choice Awards. Like, when can I be on next? When can I be on next?
yeah,
So we
technically
we had to let her.
the 20 seconds we recorded and then deleted are now like our lost tapes.
Oh, yeah,
So,
that's true.
Yeah, our
I
lost
like that.
mix
I
and
like
stereo.
that a lot.
Our lost stereo mix.
You know, and for the first time in several weeks, when you say that we're recorded at the David A. Howe Public Library, that's actually true, because here we are.
Nick has the staples out.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sitting upright.
Yeah.
I'm wearing pants with buttons and zippers instead of just elastic. So
Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
We're recording in the ramshackles of my office.
Yeah.
Which is in the process
It
of
looks
being
like your
painted.
office had a surgery.
I know, it does. It does. It'll be a fun little scavenger hunt for me to find where all the different things are.
Yeah.
As soon as I can move my waist and use stomach muscles, of course.
Like the tumor?
No, that's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So how are you, Eric?
I'm good.
Have you been doing a lot of reading over the week?
Kind of.
Is that a lie?
We'll get it. We'll get to it.
Okay. Did
So-
you want to talk to something about something before we get to it?
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Oh
today,
boy, I'm panicking.
today we're going to be talking about the Youth Media Awards that were announced. Most of them were announced at the ALA convention last week. So we're going to be covering some of those as we do every year. I wasn't as good this year. Like when I was going through all the winners and the nominees and stuff, usually I have seen a lot more of them than I did this year. So I'm going to go ahead and blame surgery on that.
Nice. Good call.
So, Kate?
I didn't like any of the winners.
Oh my gosh. Spoiler alert. Spoiler
Just
alert.
saying.
All right. So we're going to get there later in the episode. Right now, we're going to open up our old book, see where the bookmarks are.
Yay.
Eric, why don't you go first? I want to hear what you've been doing on that Marvel Now app. Marvel Unlimited?
Marvel Unlimited.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's like a Star Trek, Star Wars slip up that I keep doing.
Yeah. I think you're thinking Serenity now.
You know what? While we're talking about Star Trek,
Uh-huh.
can I just say I'm into Star Trek Discovery?
What happened?
I don't know.
It's the
Kate-
medication.
Kate, you weren't aware of this, but when Star Trek Discovery started, I hated it. We
Okay.
watched, 4 episodes, Eric, together?
Yes.
And hated them. Totally hated them. And then while I was just sick on the couch, I watched the next episode and then the next. And both my wife and I are like, we're loving this. We've just accepted that it's a separate thing altogether. It's just
That
its
makes
own
a
little
difference.
thing. It does.
That's totally different, though.
Star Trek? You don't like Star Trek?
No.
Have you
not
seen any Star Trek?
really. No.
Nothing. I
Nothing.
guess the question's always no. Eric's telling me to stop asking
Yeah.
if Kate has
Giving
seen
you the
things.
kill switch on that conversation.
There's an animated series. Get your kids into the animated series, and maybe you'll see.
Sure, we can give it a try.
You can watch it 10 minutes at a time before you have to go make a sandwich or something. Oh, boy. Anyway.
Is that
Eric-
about being a parent? Like
Yeah.
you just, that you always assume you're going to have to go make a sandwich
Yeah,
or
you're going
something?
to make a peanut butter sandwich in the middle of whatever you're doing.
Okay.
Cheese. My son is always asking for cheese.
Okay.
It's a fun
My
fact.
dogs are always asking for
Yeah.
cheese.
Are they?
Yeah, but if I'm eating cheese.
Oh, that makes
So
sense.
I was just eating, I wanted like a meat and cheese platter.
Yeah.
So my wife got me a packet of pepperoni and a block of cheese. So
Wow.
I kind of made my
I
own.
hope she also got you some prunes. Hey-o!
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a second.
Yeah, it did.
So,
Take longer than that.
all right.
All right. So what have you been reading?
Did I finish? Okay. I don't know if I kept reading Incredible Hercules,
Yes.
the comic series Incredible Hercules.
Yeah.
What's this one called? This volume called?
I don't know.
The Mighty Thorcules. So I didn't know that Hercules in the comics has like he doesn't like Thor. I mean, he respects it, but he just kind of calls him like Goldilocks.
Okay.
He doesn't like all the popularity Thor has
Sure.
compared to him.
Yeah.
So he gets tricked into dressing up like Thor to fight off the Drow elves. And it's just so funny because he's a funny guy.
I can tell that Kate thinks that's funny
But
too.
what's funny
definitely.
is Thor finds out.
Thor finds out, Kate.
But to stop a war from happening, Thor dresses up as Hercules.
Oh, no.
And so then they battle it out.
Yeah.
And the fight is hilarious. And at the end, Hercules, still dressed as Thor, is like, fine, let it be known from here into eternity that at this battle, Hercules beat Thor. Because Thor's was beaten.
Sure.
But he's dressed as, it's so funny.
what are you gonna do?
And he's like looking at he's like gives the camera a thumbs up.
That's fun.
It's hilarious. Fine, whatever.
No, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
You people, whatever.
Yeah, Kate thinks it sounds amazing.
I read some Venom comics, but they don't have
There's no trades.
there's no trades because they're only 3-issue ones.
Okay.
They got weird. The Venom versus the Juggernaut one is weird. Venom gets a mercury virus, which causes the suit to like do tiny little venom faces all over his costume.
Oh.
Not cool. I read Siege, New Avengers. This is the last New
Siege.
Avenger.
Wow, welcome to 2009.
Yeah. 10, but it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Well, because I finally finished that Brian Michael Bendis New Avengers run.
Oh, you love him.
The previous volume, I don't know if I talked about this one. Power Loss, it was fine. It was like an improvement. This one, right back to standard
Down.
crap. Read Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom, Triumph and Torment. It's good. The art's messy, but it's very dated.
You know, they say doctors make the worst patients. So when you get two doctors...
Oh,
together
yeah,
like that,
yeah.
Probably going to
Yeah,
be a
no,
lot of...
you take your medicine. And then they just start punching
Let me
each-
see my chart.
Yeah. No.
Classic Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange banter.
So Doctor Strange helps Doctor Doom go to hell to
Whoa.
free the soul of Doom's mother, who's trapped by Mephisto in hell.
Sure.
This wasn't the first of in the 80s. Marvel started doing like the graphic novel only storylines, and they did that with X-Men: God Loves, Man Kills, which is good and still works. This one, it's a little too dated,
Too much.
too wordy. The art's too messy. It's very dated. And then I read Annihilation, the book.
The book that's...
Oh, you thought the comic book?
I did.
I
yeah.
have read Marvel's Annihilation.
Yes, I know.
That,
That's why
that is fantastic.
that's why I
Do you want me?
jumped to
We
this.
could just talk about the Marvel Annihilation
No, that's okay.
saga.
We covered this in episode 126, the Page to Screen episode, where we're talking
Yeah.
about...
So my wife read
things
this,
coming out this year.
by Jeff Vandermeer.
Okay.
Loved it. She loved
Yes.
it. She listened to it.
Getting made into a movie with Natalie Portman later in the year. Okay.
Yes, and Oscar Isaac.
Oh, okay.
Directed by the man who directed Ex Machina, which was pretty good. So I read it, and I thought it was weird.
Is this like a bioterror
I don't know even how
situation?
they have to go
Okay.
into an
The
area.
book
It's
is a
called
trilogy,
Area
it's trilogy
X.
books. Yep.
That's this place that's just changing. It's been cut off from the rest of the continent for decades.
Okay.
It's changing. The plant life is mutating in weird ways. I can't give too much away without like spoiling the reveals of the book, but it's written weirdly. I didn't really get it at the end. And it cuts every now and then to flashbacks of her and her husband, because her husband went on an expedition before her, and may or may not have come back. And it's weird for me with this kind of book, but I actually preferred the flashback scenes between her and her husband, because she's very weird and cut off from humanity and everything. So I enjoyed like seeing her interacting in a normal situation in this weird way, as opposed to acting weird in a weird situation. So
Yes, you know what? I have a similar with one of the things I read. We'll come back to that in a minute. But
I also have a similar.
oh,
And then I started reading Exiles. We're back to comic books, people.
Note to self:
Exiles,
don't let
but-
Eric go first.
Here's the thing about Exiles.
Yeah.
I started reading this in the early 2000s, but I didn't like start at the beginning, because I started like before I was
Kate,
reading
you'd have to
monthly
hear
comic
this
books.
if you weren't on here anyway. So at least it's double duty right now. Oh, you have heard. Okay.
And then, so I started reading Exiles,
Yeah.
like, because I had read some beforehand. So I know some of the stuff that's going to show up, but I never started from the beginning. But it's weird. It's so alternate reality versions of certain X-Men characters.
Like a
Like,
good alternate reality.
so there's Blink.
One where we have a different president. Am I right? High fives all around.
So there's Blink. There's Morph. I
love Morph.
Yeah, Morph's
From the
there.
X-Men comic show.
Mimic is there, and in his reality, Mimic was like one of the greatest superheroes. So he's got
Sure.
Wolverine claws, Colossus armor, angel wings, and everything. Nocturne. I could go over the cast, but we don't. But so their timelines are messed up. So they're pulled from their timelines.
Okay.
And in order, their timelines will be fixed if they go around fixing other timelines. So they have to go and change something or make sure something happens in the timeline. So they're kind of like, but they're stuck. They can't ever go back until like they're done. So they don't ever have any rest. So they're just like going from situation to situation, and they're just like, it's a very sad comic. I forgot how sad it is, because like sometimes they like build relationships and then in that world, and then they have to leave because they're alternate reality characters. They're all expendable. So they a few have already died, and I'm only 3 volumes in.
Oh,
Yeah.
kind of a Western vibe.
Yeah, so I remember reading an early review saying Sliders wasn't canceled; it just moved to Marvel. So, but yeah, it's been good. Some like the first storyline is they have to go find somebody who will lead the mutants, and they're like, "Oh, we got to go save Professor X," and they go get him out of prison. It turns out he's a bad guy, and is going to just destroy the world. So then they have to kill Professor X.
You know,
and free Magneto.
the thing with that is, Sliders ended on a cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
Moved to sci-fi,
Uh-huh.
did another season,
Yeah.
ended on a cliffhanger.
John
Is that about what you're talking
John
about?
Rice Davies hates Sliders.
Well,
He said it was a terrible time.
Yeah.
He at one convention he was just like, I hate this, and then one person was like, oh, what's your favorite episode of Sliders? And he's like, the balls on this guy. So I watched one episode of Sliders,
funny.
and it was where they went to a dinosaur planet where the dinosaurs were like in a
Sure.
park, in a safari. That was all. But there wasn't a lot of dinosaur stuff,
Sliders,
so
yeah.
I never watched another
It's
episode
very,
of Sliders.
it is very issue heavy. It's like, let's go to this world where like this one thing that's controversial,
Yes. Yeah.
and you look at that.
So it's basically Law and Order.
Chung chung.
Yeah. All right. That's it. I'm starting finally the Astrophysics for Dummies. No, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry.
Yeah.
And I got to
Neil deGrasse
finish.
Tyson.
I need to finish this run of The Incredible Hercules because then there's a few more volumes. And then he got a new series just called Herc.
Woo.
Do you know Amadeus Chow? Look, I'm not
Yes,
talking
you ask
comics.
me that every single week.
All
And
right.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Here you go, Kate. Kate, do you know who Amadeus Chow is? You don't care. Here.
She doesn't.
Kate can do her bookmark now.
All right, yes. Kate, tell us what you've been reading it. And you know what? I think I'm going to ask that you not just this time skip the comic books that you've read.
Oh,
And
jeez.
just- I know.
I've got nothing then.
Just for time's sake.
What
if
am
you
I
could
supposed
just
to do with
The
this?
actual novels. that'd be-
Jeez. All right.
Just give it a shot.
I guess this time
Okay.
I will try. So I was looking at the prediction lists for the Newbery and the Caldecott.
sure.
So I've been reading a couple of those. I read Orphan Island by Laurel Snyder.
Okay.
Was on one of the lists.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Really?
I so rarely just come
I
out and
have
say
that in
it
my
was
stack
absolutely
of two
awful.
reads, so maybe I'll move that to the
Skim
bottom.
it. Skim it if you're really
Okay.
insisting. Yeah, no, I never say that it's a bad book, but I hated this one. It wasn't
Okay.
cohesive.
Wow.
9 orphans are sent to an island, and they're all a year apart.
Okay.
Okay, so every year this little green boat comes up and drops off the new orphan.
Oh.
He's like 3 or 4 every year, alternates. One year it's a girl, next year it's a boy. And then the eldest orphan has to get into the boat and leave the island. And then,
Well, that
the
premise sounds kind of interesting.
It does. It sounded really good. And, you get the metaphor that the island is childhood.
Yeah.
They bury their shoes. They run barefoot on the sand. There's nothing that can hurt them. They're indestructible and invincible. And then the eldest orphan goes and messes everything up. And there was the saying that, 9 orphans and no more, or the sky will fall, something to that effect.
Okay.
And so everything starts going wrong when this one orphan stays because she's not ready to give up childhood yet. But really, it's obnoxiously written. I don't like any of the characters.
Wow.
It was
What
such
is
a
the-
good idea,
Yeah.
but I didn't like how it was all put
Age
together.
range is what on this one? Would you say is it like a J?
Yeah, it's a
Juvenile
J.
level? Okay.
Yep. So that was
And
really
that didn't
not
win.
great. No,
Just was up
which
there.
I
Okay.
was. Yeah, it was on one of the prediction lists that I saw, and
Okay.
then I read Hello Universe, which
All
did
right.
win.
Okay.
So I won't talk too much
Yeah,
about
save it.
But not bad.
Okay.
Not bad. So that's about what I've been doing.
Okay.
lately.
Any other interesting things that you've read in the last several weeks since we've had you on? Anything
I read The
you might-
Hate You Give.
Oh,
That one was good.
yeah, you liked it.
Yeah, I did. I really did like that one.
I've heard I have a couple, Eric included. I think. Am I allowed to say this? That have had a little trouble, like with the whole teen speak and the.
I can understand that, but if you get past that part of it, it's really a good book. It's
Okay.
enjoyable.
All right. Well, for me, let's see. I just finished North of Boston, which Kate and I are leading a book club on.
Yay.
So, have you started that yet,
Oh,
Kate? Sorry.
Just started it last
Okay.
night.
I actually liked this. I liked it. This is one I was talking about, Eric, because the story is basically this woman has a tragedy in the beginning, and she's trying to kind of figure out, put the pieces together of this mystery, and the other half of that is just kind of her screwed up life.
Right.
And I really liked the stuff about her just being kind of a mess and the different aspects of her life, and so I kind of. I don't know. I almost would have preferred a book just about her,
Really?
like without the mystery. But I like the mystery too. Overall, I think it was really good. But I did find myself really drawn to those parts that weren't like really mystery heavy.
That's exciting, though.
Yeah.
Did yours also have like a plant monster that was mutated from possible human
Yeah,
DNA?
it did. Hey, and on an unrelated note, do you know Amadeus Cho? Okay, all right. Anyway, so I finished North of Boston, and I did really enjoy that. So I'm looking forward to talking about that in our next book club,
All right.
which you can join us for that. That's
Yes.
March 7th, I think.
Yeah.
March 7th.
Yeah.
You can join us for that. I did read some comic books. I won't go crazy.
Okay.
I read Detective Comics Icarus. Pretty good. I really like the art.
Nice.
That's kind of later in the run. I read this Han Solo standalone Star Wars graphic novel.
Sure.
Not good.
They should make a Han Solo standalone movie.
No, they shouldn't. It's a terrible idea. Nobody wants it.
Nobody wants it.
Terrible idea.
Boo.
And then I read Mark Waid's take on the Green Hornet,
Yeah?
Volume 1, and I really liked that.
I like Mark Waid.
Yeah, I think you might actually like this one.
He's a solid workhorse.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful.
The whole thing with Green Hornet, Kate, you probably don't know. Green Hornet pretends to be like an underworld kingpin. Like his whole thing is that people think he's a supervillain, so that he can kind of get in with the villains.
Or like a comedy star. Seth Rogen.
Or like a Seth Rogen type. But that never really makes sense to me, like why
That's
that
true.
would work. But Mark Waid did a really good job of making that interesting and like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So I enjoyed that.
Daredevil once became the Kingpin. He beat up the Kingpin and said, "I'm the Kingpin now."
the Kingpin now.
And then that was just
Look at me.
he didn't really do it. Jeez, I'm the Kingpin now.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you. I haven't started anything, so I'm in this I'm in this window. We're not reading anything.
This window?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got to pick up some new graphics.
Yeah, I have the Storm.
And I think I'm actually going to move on to Wrinkle in Time next.
Nice.
Have you guys read Wrinkle in Time?
Yeah.
Yes for Kate.
Yes.
Yes for Eric.
Yes.
Thumbs up. Thumbs down.
It
sideways?
was fine for me. Go ahead, Kate.
Mostly a thumbs up.
Okay.
It was a little slow.
All right. Interesting.
Yes.
So I'm going to start that next.
If you think love is like a law of the universe,
I think it's a battlefield.
like, yes, that's true. But if you think there's gravity, time, matter, and love,
Yeah.
you'll really like it.
Yeah.
So
well, it worked for
that was
the
Inception. That was a big
Planeteers,
one. Yeah.
so.
No, that's true. That was heart.
You're right.
You can have heart without love.
You sure can. You sure can.
So
That's it for me.
what's Mati doing these days?
Mati?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably
Okay.
running like an animal
Who
shelter.
did the monkey belong to? Did the monkey
It was
belong to Monty?
Yeah, it was Monty's monkey.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Kate.
Did you ever watch Captain Planet, Kate, when you were young?
I vaguely remember. Was that the one with the rings?
Yeah, the rings.
Yeah, that's all I
Yeah,
really remember.
there was one ring to rule them all, I think.
Yeah, that's the
Is
one.
that,
Sure,
am I remembering that
yeah.
right, Eric?
No, there were 5 rings.
Oh.
And they
okay.
summoned a demigod
Oh, okay. All right.
whose power was also through jokes and puns.
Yeah, it
Remember
was.
when he at one episode he beat up Loot and Plunder,
Yeah.
flew him all the way to Antarctica
of
and
puns.
left him there.
Yeah.
And then flew back and he told the Planeteers, like, I hope he doesn't try selling weapons to the penguins. And everybody laughed.
That's pretty good.
But then it's kind of like, but what if he does?
It's a classic dad joke. You arm
Yeah.
the penguins, then you have Batman Returns. Nobody wants that.
Hey.
Listen,
Okay.
I also watched a couple of movies.
Oh.
Page to screen adaptations.
Good for you.
I
Sorry.
rewatched with my son Disney's 101 Dalmatians. Great movie.
So
Totally holds up.
you're calling me your son now?
No,
'Cause I was
that's
there.
True. You watched the tail end of that.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It was one of my favorites.
puppy
as a
dog
kid.
tail end of that.
Totally holds up.
Yeah.
The book. Have you guys read the book? Kate, have you read it? No.
Kate's shaking her head no.
I read it a long time ago when I was young. And what I remember most is how different it was. And I
Okay.
remember there was one with no spots.
Oh, all right.
That's all.
I forget
but
how
really
dark
love
it
that
is.
movie. It's dark.
Because you're like, oh, yeah, they get captured and
Yeah.
everything. But you forget sometimes
Yeah, they don't hold back.
that they're going to skin
Yeah.
puppies
Yeah, they're
and
very,
turn them into a coat.
They're very open about that. They're like, I'm going to murder this puppy.
Yeah.
I'm going to rip its skin
yeah.
off.
And
I'm
there's
gonna
a
make coat.
conversation between Cruella and
Horace and Jasper.
Horace and Jasper
Yeah.
where they're like, should we hit them over the head
Yeah.
until they're dead
Yeah,
and then
she's-
skin them?
She's like, I mean, you could drown them maybe.
Drown them, use ether, chloroform.
Dark. It's dark.
And the puppies are just like these little tiny puppies.
Yeah.
It's just like, what? This is terrible. And then they're like walking through the snow, and like one of them almost gets left behind because he
Yeah.
can't walk anymore
Yeah.
in the snow.
Yeah.
It's
A
terrible.
lot of interesting things about the making of that movie.
Yeah.
They actually made models for the cars and filmed that and then transferred that to like animation cells. So that's why they look so real
Yeah.
and cool. Anyway, that still good. So if you
Yeah.
haven't seen it in a while,
Yeah.
check
I
it
like
out.
at the end when they get back and there's 101 puppies and the dad, the guy,
Roger.
Roger
Yeah.
is like, they're like, how'd we get so many? And he's like, Pongo, you rascal. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. No questions asked.
yeah.
I also watched My Cousin Rachel,
Uh-huh.
starring Rachel Weisz. It was pretty good. Have you seen Rebecca Hitchcock's Rebecca?
No.
No. Okay. Well, it's the.
Sorry,
the
I gave
book-
you a, are you serious look?
Yeah,
But
you did.
It's a
You
audio.
don't like Hitchcock? I thought you did like Hitchcock.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Oh, I didn't realize that was Hitchcock.
Okay.
Sorry. I thought, never mind.
Okay.
You're right.
Good talk.
Sorry.
Anyway, they're both written by the same author. Those books are both,
Ah.
and so this one did have a lot of. It's had similar pacing and a similar like what's going on feel to it. So
Okay.
I liked it. A little slow, but I liked it.
Okay.
So that's in our collection. You can check
I like,
it out.
I have my cousin Brianna.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
she's a listener.
Listens to the podcast.
Yeah.
I also like
Hockey fan.
Marissa Tomei's My Cousin Vinny.
Sure.
Great movie.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like the only time Ralph Macchio was not the Karate Kid, if I'm remembering right.
That might be true. Yeah.
And he might have been the Karate Kid in disguise.
That's
Hey, speaking of the Karate Kid,
learning the ways of the
did
world.
you know that YouTube Red is making a sitcom with Ralph Macchio and the other guy
No.
from Karate Kid, set in the Karate Kid world?
Do you know they're making a new Karate Kid movie?
Really?
Yeah, called
With Jaden Smith?
Seppa Phi or something.
Huh.
I don't know.
Okay. Is Jackie Chan going to be in it?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
That one made tons of money, but
thanks
we don't
for
need to
nothing.
talk about that.
No, we don't. I kind of liked it.
Keep going on, man.
Was there more for me to talk about?
I thought you had more movies.
No.
Oh, that was 2 movies.
I know.
And one of them was like a 1950s film.
Yeah.
I saw Black Panther.
One Dalmatians. I saw Black Panther
Okay.
and Phantom Thread.
Oh, The Post. I saw The Post.
Okay.
Black Panther, The Post.
All
and then you and I both saw The Darkest Hour.
Yeah, we did.
And I have grown less appreciative of its train scene. So, all train scenes pale in comparison to Spider-Man 2's train fight.
What
with
about
Doc Ock.
what about Unstoppable with Chris Pine?
That's a whole train
basically
scene.
just
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
one
movie's a
train scene. Yeah.
So
So, Kate, you didn't see Black Panther.
No, I don't watch anything.
I just wanted that
watch
on record that she didn't see Black Panther, but we
She-
did.
she did watch Wonder Woman in like 5 installments over several
That's
weeks,
true,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Black Panther was great.
For her, Wonder Woman is a miniseries. She sketches it.
Yeah.
A limited run summer series. Yeah, Black Panther was very good.
Yeah. I think it's the most serious since Civil War.
Yeah.
Even though that was only 2016.
Yeah.
So that doesn't seem like a long time, but they've had like 5 movies
Yeah.
since.
It's been a lot.
But I feel like
favorite TV show.
Black Panther is now up there with the Captain America films as like Marvel's like, these films will be more serious than the other films. We'll have our jokey Guardians and Thors and Spider-Mans, but we're going to deal with some more serious topics in Black Panther.
Absolutely.
So that's all.
All right. Well, do you want to move on to the old publishing world, see what we've got coming out?
Yes.
Here are some advance notices, folks, from Susan Wittig Albert. Yes, that's right. Number 26 in her China Bales series, Queen Anne's Lace. A present-day ghost leads China Bales to a secret from Pecan Springs past and the haunting mystery from New York Times best-selling author Susan Wittig Albert. I'm pretty sure this has come up a time before.
Present-day ghost?
Yeah, present-day ghost. Yeah.
I don't understand. Wouldn't most ghosts be not present day? Isn't
Yeah,
that part of their shtick?
Look, I don't know what it means.
No, I'm a present tense ghost.
Yes. I'm not from the past.
I also liked Black Panther.
Yeah.
Woo!
Boy, that ghost is more hip than Kate.
Yeah. Maybe the ghost. Yeah. I was thinking, like, I feel bad for ghosts that are haunting Kate's house.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
just want to watch today's movies. It's like, can't we finish Wonder Woman?
She cares not for pacing. Oh, from David Baldacci, The Fallen, Amos Decker, number 4. David Baldacci returns with the next blockbuster thriller in his number 1 New York Times best-selling Memory Man series, featuring Amos Decker, the man who can forget nothing.
Oh, that stinks.
Boy, I bet he
that
holds
was
a
like in
grudge.
that Animorph
I bet he holds
story
a
I told you about.
Oh,
the
the kid-
Chi that
yeah.
couldn't.
Can't forget.
He went to. He
Cannot.
killed some. He finally like joined the battle, and then he couldn't
Forget.
remember the death. He
Yeah.
couldn't forget the death.
Yeah.
Hey, I sounded really messed up there. Like I didn't
Little
know
bit.
what I was talking about.
Yeah, you gave that impression. You do sometimes. Mary Higgins Clark got a new one coming out. I've Got My Eyes on You.
Ah.
Yep. After a party when her parents are away, 18-year-old Carrie Dowling is found fully dressed, not dully dressed.
Dully dressed.
Oh, jeez. That's what she chose.
He'll just wear anything.
Look, it's about to get dark, so.
Oh.
Found fully dressed at the bottom of the family pool. The immediate suspect is her boyfriend, who had a bitter argument with her at the party. Then there is a 20-year-old neighbor who was angry because she didn't invite him to the
Look,
party.
This might
Or-
be. Never mind.
Is there
I
someone
couldn't tell
else
if that was a darker joke or
who
not.
has not been seen on the radar?
Oh yeah.
Carrie's older sister, Eileen, a 28-year-old guidance counselor, is determined to assist prosecutor's office
Ugh.
in learning the truth.
I'm a
She
guidance
does not
counselor by
realize
day,
that now
cop by night.
she's putting her own life
Yeah.
in danger.
So we have all these consultant detectives. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm a crime author.
Yeah.
I study archaeology.
Yep.
And now it's like, I help kids decide which classes to take, which helps me solve crimes.
That's cool.
This person committed a crime because they wanted to do photography, but we sent them to journalism class.
I like it.
Big mistake.
Yep, it is a big mistake.
All right.
Well, that's
you
all
weren't
I-
on board with that bit.
that's all-
I understand.
You're right. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I barely held together, as you'll recall.
That's true.
That's it for me. So you want
Right.
to tell us what's on the New York Times bestseller list?
Yeah. All right. This is the New York Times bestsellers list for hardcover nonfiction.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Let's get political.
All right. Number 10, Promise Me, Dad by Joe Biden.
Sad story.
Sad story. You know what else is a sad story?
What?
101 Dalmatians.
No,
And The
it's
Exiles.
Redemptive. It's redemptive.
Oh, okay. Then just The Exiles.
Okay.
Number 9, The Last Black Unicorn, Tiffany Haddish.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember who Tiffany Haddish is this
I
time?
remember this time.
Okay.
Yeah, sure
Every
do.
time I bring this up, you're like, okay, I don't know who that is. And
Yeah.
like, yes, you do. You
do.
like her.
I remember now.
Number 8, Everything Happens for a Reason by Kate Bowler. A divinity school professor examines her tacit beliefs when she learns she has late-stage colon cancer. Kate, are you nodding because I'm pronouncing words correct? Because I saw you, I said, I read tacit, and you nodded.
Yep.
Like you're like, very good.
Yep. There was a little bit of a pause. A little bit of
I
a...
was going to offer help, but you got it.
Yeah,
So yes,
he made
I
it
nodded.
through.
I'm sorry.
He made it
I'm
through.
very aware of what's happening as I'm reading this. Jeez.
Okay.
This is a number 7? All right, good. I got a good job on that one. All right, number 7, Killers of the Flower Moon by David Grann. So this was gone for a while.
Yeah.
And now it's back. Yeah.
Well, it won a lot of awards and stuff.
Yeah.
So
The Nick Gunning Award for
No.
most unread book.
yes, it did. That was at least a runner-up.
Yeah. All right. Number 6, Leonardo da Vinci by Walter Isaacson. And we already talked about Leonardo DiCaprio is playing Leonardo da Vinci in Leonardo the Ninja Turtles directorial debut film.
Yeah.
I am no wait. What's the tiger? What's the cheetah? The Cheetos cheetah? Isn't one of them called?
Chester.
Oh,
Chester
Chester. I thought he was called Leo.
Leo.
Is there no Leo the tiger?
Leo the tiger. Leo the lion.
Leo the lion. What's he do?
I don't know.
Okay. Number 5, being read by me right now, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You
It's
have not
here
been in a hurry to read this book.
That's true. It's been here for 41 weeks, so a lot of people have been slow to get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means people are buying it, not that people are reading it. I want to make that distinction.
Number 4, this is new this week, Directorate S by Steve Cole. How the United States failed to understand a secret wing of a Pakistani intelligence agency and doomed 2 wars.
Wow.
Well, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
Probably don't want to do that.
Nope.
Speaking of the Post, not
Yeah.
speaking of the Post, speaking of doomed wars,
Oh.
after watching the Post, I'm just kind of left with like, what the frick, Vietnam?
Yeah.
There's just
Finally, you cracked it wide open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like Vietnam was a bad idea.
I think
Breaking news from Eric Nichols.
Yeah. Yep. Just as they're just saying all the stuff that they read in those papers, it's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my, like the Post could have just been a movie of people just reading those papers. Like, also this
Wait, what?
and this.
Yeah. Yeah. Bad time. Turns out it was a bad time.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Number 3, All American Murder by James Patterson and Alex Abramovich.
Kate's not nodding her
No
head
nodding
this
there.
time.
And Mike Harvey. Look, these are names.
Yeah.
Harvey.
Yeah.
So that's James Patterson with a co-writer who also brought his
As a
co-writer.
co-writer,
along.
yeah.
So I don't know how many levels.
Yeah.
This-
JP needs these pages quick. Here you go, co-writer.
Number 2, Obama by Peter Souza. And number 1, Fire and Fury by Michael Wolff.
That's on the nonfiction section. Okay.
Jeez.
What's on fiction?
All right, so this is the non-fiction list.
Non-nonfiction.
Yeah.
It's got to be a simpler way to say that.
No, I think that was fine.
You're right.
Non-fiction.
Yeah, it says it
So,
all.
yeah. Like Coco writer.
Yeah.
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 That's also somebody who wrote the screenplay for Coco.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was too good.
I guess.
All right, number 10. Ooh, big hit this week. Number 10, The Rooster Bar by John Grisham.
Oh,
Though it's been here 16 weeks.
yeah. It's been on my couch for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because it was in a
Never
gift
read
bag
it.
for about 1 week.
yeah. Oh, wow. So 4. At
Yeah,
least 4 weeks.
sure.
It's sitting there. I've read.
Okay. Number 9, Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate. This is the lawyer who learns about questionable practices at a Tennessee orphanage.
What? This won something recently, right?
Yes, it won being on the New York Times list for 21 weeks.
No, it's okay. But I mean, I think it did win something.
All right. Kate, is this part of the Orphan Island series?
I hope not.
Okay. I set her up for that, but then I had to move the mic
Yeah.
over to her. So
It killed
there's
it
a
a
bit
little
of a
bit.
delay in these bits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
It's just the delay, not that they're poorly executed.
Number 8, Origin by Dan Brown. So that's down to 8 too. Maybe
Still
we're
nothing.
finally seeing these two leave because those two have like held
get
on
out.
strong together.
Get
like they've been
out.
holding hands together and just
Yeah.
like, I won't let you go, Rooster Bar. You got to origin. So
That was a pretty good one. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
I liked that.
number 7, Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste NG. What was
I've
that?
heard a lot of good things about that. Actually, I picked that one up the other day and
Uh-huh.
read the first couple of pages, and I was hooked. So
All right.
that's on my list too.
Okay. Number 6, 2 weeks on the list, Dark in Death by J.D. Robb. And this is Nora Roberts
Yep.
tricking us.
Yep.
But not all
She's
of
not
us.
trying that hard.
Okay.
She just wears black lipstick. That's pretty much the only difference.
Lieutenant Eve Dallas must find a killer inspired just by police thrillers before another victim is murdered.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So that'd be rough if you wrote like a police thriller and then somebody was inspired by your book
Did it?
to kill somebody the way you killed
that's the
FDR.
plot of The Raven with John Cusack.
Yeah. Sure. How was that?
It was fine.
All right.
My sister loved it. Past guest, Christy, if you're listening.
Oh, yes.
It's like one of her favorites. So she made us all watch it, and none of us wanted to.
Okay.
But we all liked it. So
All right.
What are you going to do?
Number 5 is new this week. Look for me
I will.
on the third day
On the third day.
as the sun rises.
Whoa. Got uncomfortably biblical for a second there.
This is Look for Me by Lisa Gardner.
Oh, that's
What's
different.
the other What's the other book called?
But the other book?
Wasn't it Behind Me? Behind You? Like Look Behind You?
Sure, yeah.
Remember that? I'd be like, Look behind
Yeah.
you. And you'd be like, blah.
Ah, yeah. I
It
remember.
was funny for a couple of weeks.
To
All right.
us.
Sergeant Detective D.D. Warren teams up with a torture survivor
Ooh.
to find a missing teenager whose family members were gunned down. Huh.
Dark
Yeah.
times.
Well, judging from my times being tortured, it looks like they were shot. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you don't get to do your torture humor very often, so I'm glad that
That's true.
I'm glad you had the chance.
One might say
in a safe
my humor is a
environment.
form of torture.
Yeah, actually, Kate and I say that whenever you're not in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, did he
Yeah.
tell you that bit? Oh, it was torture.
Number 4, 2 weeks on the list, Still Me by Jojo Moyes.
Yep. Don't spoil it. Any synopsis reading
That's
spoils
true.
the whole trilogy.
Yeah,
So.
spoils the first book. I know how the first book ends.
Yep.
Controversially.
Yeah, she becomes the first female astronaut.
Okay. Number 3, The Woman in the Window by
Loved it.
A.J. Finn.
Loved it. Kate, you don't like mysteries, do you? You're not really much of
I
a.
don't mind mysteries.
Okay.
They just don't win me over quite
Okay.
as easily.
Well, I really like The Woman in the Window, and so did my wife.
And that's a new one. 6 weeks on the
Yeah,
list.
yeah,
huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it
I'll have to
debuted. at
put it on
number
my
1.
list.
It's very good. It's a quick read. I think you'd enjoy it.
Okay.
Eric, not you.
What?
I don't think you would.
Too dark?
Nobody has powers.
How dare you, sir?
You know what?
What?
She has the power of observation.
No, she doesn't. She's drunk and
Yeah, but she sees
heavily
stuff.
prescribed.
She sees stuff.
Things that are there?
Mostly.
All right. Number 2, An American Marriage by... Here, come on, Kate.
Yeah, Kate,
Show
get
me
in
how
there.
it's done.
Get in there.
Tayari Jones?
Look, that
she
backfired.
She didn't hesitate.
Tayari Jones.
It's all about confidence.
A
Eric.
newlyweds couple's relationship is tested when the husband is sentenced to 12 years in prison. Well, that doesn't sound like an American
Boy.
marriage.
That would test things.
Jeez.
Well, the honeymoon period's been great, but now I got to go to prison for 12 years.
12
this
years.
is going to really test things, Harold.
Yeah. So,
Well, if they're strong enough, they can get
it'd be
through
funny, like, if he, like, when he's out,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we've been married for 14 years, but they're only dealing with stuff that most newlyweds are dealing with
Yeah,
now. Like,
that's a Seinfeld episode right there.
yeah.
though. It's like their 15th wedding anniversary. Do we have to get them a gift?
Yeah.
They've only been together for 3 years.
yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
it's classic
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
Are you going to read that?
Is Jerry Seinfeld in it?
No.
Probably not. Though.
All right. Well, it kind of sounds like your marriage.
What?
Well, it's an American marriage.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
you weren't married
Yes.
in New York State.
Yes, I did a dime in prison. But other than that,
A dime's 10.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not that
Yeah.
much like it.
Okay. Cool.
I was a 12-year sentence, but I got off for good behavior.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. What was the crime?
Actually making license plates illegally, which was
So that's
pretty ironic. Pretty ironic.
yeah, sure. Okay. I'm glad that cracked you up. Number 1, The Great Alone. So, oh man, he really knocked
No, I'm
himself
good.
down with
I'm
the
fine.
license plate bit.
No.
Jeez. Give Kate your mic for a while.
I'm fine.
I need somebody to be
good.
with me on this
good.
Great Alone book.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. The Great Alone.
Yeah,
By
see?
Kristen Hanna.
Okay.
What was that?
I was just trying to be right with you.
Okay. The Great Alone. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I'm alone. It's great.
It's great.
Just hanging out in the
By
mountains.
definition, The Great Alone is great.
Yeah. A former prisoner of war. So this isn't the prisoner who was sentenced for 12 years for getting
You don't
married. The former prisoner of war returns from Vietnam, which was bad.
Bad news.
Yeah, and moves
According
his
to Eric.
family to Alaska,
Oh.
where they face tough conditions,
Yikes.
such as Alaska.
Such as never having sun or alternatively never having darkness.
Yeah. Those are your two options.
Yep.
So, yeah. You never saw 30 Days a Night, right?
No.
That was a horror film, vampire film, based off of a comic.
No. Well, thanks for checking.
Well, the vampires go to this town in Alaska
Yeah.
because they have 30 days of of night.
Yeah.
So they're like, even one of the lines is
Pretty
like,
good news.
why have we never come here before?
Yeah.
This is great.
It's a great idea.
We're just going to feast.
Yeah.
It is dark.
Yeah, I bet
It is a dark film.
Yeah.
A lot of death.
Mm.
So, people get eaten.
Have you been to Alaska?
Have I been to Alaska?
Yeah.
No.
You've been to weird places. I don't know.
Oh, you mean like Egypt?
Kate, Alaska?
Japan.
No, me neither.
I was going to give Kate the mic, but she hasn't been to
No, she
Alaska.
said no, she hasn't been to Alaska.
I've been to Tennessee,
I've been to Tennessee.
Florida,
Just out by Dollywood. Yeah, I've been to Florida.
South Dakota.
No.
Woohoo!
Yep, you win.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good.
I win America.
Yes, you sure do.
It's mine now.
What?
It's mine now.
This land is your land, but it's also my land.
Not anymore.
Oh,
All mine.
okay.
I'm going to
Did you
instate
give us
some
number
new
one
policies.
already?
Yeah, The Great Alone,
Oh, okay.
which is how I feel sometimes
Kristen
doing these
Hanna.
bits.
Kristen Hanna. What is the? Do you have that up still? What's the synopsis of that? Because I remember thinking it was a weird follow up to The Nightingale.
What? No, that's the Vietnam guy. He moves his family
okay,
to
that's the
Alaska.
one.
We just talked about
But
it.
yes, but that's the Kristen Hanna one.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I was confusing the two.
Mm.
I'm with you now.
You're confusing a lot of people right now.
Thank you.
Not just two.
Okay.
Me and Kate.
Well, still, it's not like historical or anything. It's
Vietnam was
It's
a
an odd-
historical event.
You're right. It was. You're right. I'm just saying it's an odd jump from all the people that she picked up for the Nightingale to go
It's also
back
one
to
jump
that sort of thing. So
ahead of the lawman.
I think this one's a lot more like in line with what Kristen Hanna usually writes, though. So.
What did she write before that?
Oh, like Firefly Lane and other things.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't believe my eyes.
you can't.
Oh wait, I forgot the
Yeah,
song.
you're right. You're quoting Owl City.
I forgot it though.
I know you did. Yeah,
Darn it.
I saw you struggling.
I was like,
Not even Kate could help you there. She was shaking her head no.
Hmm.
All right, are we ready? Is it segment time?
yeah. All right, play the segment music.
No, we don't have it.
Oh,
I
Kate.
asked him.
Here you
I
go,
asked him
Kate.
for it.
Kate brought a musical.
Kate's gonna beatbox.
Yeah. All right.
Ready? Kate, go.
I got nothing.
Oh, she's got it. She's
Yeah.
not feeling
Oh,
well.
well,
She can't.
that's fine.
She can't beatbox.
I don't know why you
today.
brought your tuba then.
Well, I
so.
thought it was gonna happen,
Yeah.
but
Kate's gonna be much more of a help on this episode
okay.
than certain other people on this episode.
You talking about me?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, let's dive in. So, as we mentioned up front in this episode, we're going to be talking about the Youth Media Awards for 2018. Now, you guys both hated the Newbery winner for last year. Am I right? The girl who
I hated the girl who drank the moon.
The moon. Yes.
I didn't mind it, but I wasn't crazy about it.
Okay. So not a hit. Eric, you have not read Hello Universe.
Hello, no.
Are you going to? Do you think?
It looks good. Like when I got it. It's what?
It's quick.
It's quick. I've been told. Well, it's like for 2-year-olds, right?
Yeah, 2-year-olds. That's exactly.
I don't know what
the
2-year-olds
right
are
age.
reading at.
Yeah, it's 2-year-olds.
I'm not limiting them.
You got it.
It looks. I mean, he's stuck in a hole, right?
Well,
Yep.
He's stuck in a well, and then he meets the world.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Hello Universe is a 2018 Newbery Medal Award winner. So, Kate, you read it. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
and I did. And it's really not just about saying hello to the world or the universe, but
It's mostly about that.
kind of. It's more like the universe is saying hello to you.
Oh, okay. Hi there.
These kids, 6th grade, 11-year-old-ish, are all kind of different walks of life, different backgrounds, different
Okay.
heritage. And yet the universe kind of pulls them together in this one experience. It's, there's a bully and there's a shy kid and there's a deaf girl and a self-proclaimed psychic.
Mm-hmm.
And they all end up, not the bully, but the others all end up kind of being friends through these strings that the universe is tugging.
Interesting.
It was cute.
I see the on the ALA.org you can find all these and information about them, but one of the lines from the synopsis is Filipino folklore and real life converge at the bottom of a well.
Yes.
That's an interesting premise.
That happens,
That's
yes.
an unusual premise right there.
Yes.
So you say thumbs up?
Yeah, it was good. I wasn't crazy about it, but it was a quick read. It was cute. It was enjoyable enough. I don't think it was super deep, but I don't know, for the 10 to 12 range, it was good. I think it was appropriate.
Well, here, let me tell you what the chair of the Newbery Medal Committee said. This reading community celebrates the panoply of American literature of children published in 27. Oh, we're delighted to share our selections with the world. So no, it doesn't.
So
really,
they said nothing.
It doesn't really tell you much, about why they chose this in particular there. But why do you think they chose it? Why do you what stood out to you to make it special?
What stood out to me most was how inclusive it was.
Oh, okay.
The Filipino boy. There's an Asian girl and a deaf girl, and they all just kind of gravitate together through the universe. So I think with how diverse the cast was, I think that was probably a big part of it to me, at least.
Are you familiar with any of the ones that got the honor? So we have Crown, an ode to the fresh cut.
I have not read that, but it is ordered.
Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds.
Haven't read that one
and
either.
Piecing Me Together, written by Renee Watson.
Nope.
Eric, are you familiar?
Useless.
You know Long Way Down, right?
I know of it. Jason Aaron. Not Jason Aaron. Did I say Jason Aaron?
Yeah, Jason Reynolds.
Jason Aaron wrote those Ghost Rider comics I just read.
Oh, that's
why I got him on
Ghost
the brain.
Rider on the brain.
Yeah.
That's
Was
it?
there more to that?
No, just Long Way Down.
He wrote the Miles Morales Spider-Man book.
Yeah, which I did not like.
Oh, you didn't like that?
No.
So
Well, I read Crown, an ode to the fresh cut. That's a pretty fun one. It's just
good.
about a little boy who is really excited about getting a haircut.
we have that one on order right
the
now.
way he feels having had a haircut.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun read.
Yeah.
It's a picture book.
Yeah.
It's not. The other ones seem like they're more like chapter
My haircut
books,
book
but-
would be a depressing read.
Yeah.
Just lots of looking down.
Yeah.
Lots
I
of,
guess.
Yeah.
Just do what you can.
Yeah. Hide the forehead.
Right. Crown, an ode to the fresh cut, written by
Yeah.
Derek Barnes, illustrated by Gordon C. James. A boy walks into a barber shop. A prince walks out. Not Prince, but a prince.
Well, Prince is gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Through lyrical free verse, Derek Barnes' joyous
Typical.
pan celebrates the universal, transformative, confidence-building experience of a great haircut. Mm-hmm. Do you want to tell us a little bit about Long Way Down? Do you have that in front of you, Eric?
Yeah. Terse, sharp verse depicts desperate teenager seeking to avenge the shooting death of his brother. Gun tucked into his waistband, he is shocked by the appearance of childhood friends and relatives on a chilling 60-second elevator ride. Visceral language and raw emotion result in a powerful novel of grief and vengeance.
Yikes, that sounds pretty raw.
Oh, so Long Way Down the elevator ride. I get. Okay, that's what.
Oh,
And those are elevator
that's an
buttons.
interesting premise. I like
the
that
cover
too.
just made sense to me for the first time.
Kate, you want to tell us about Piecing Me Together? The last one here,
Let's see
Renee
if I can
Watson.
read this.
All right.
I'm learning to speak, to give myself a way out, a way in. Jade's mixed media collages, thank you, Eric, for that, evolve as she finds her voice. Through artful and poetic language, Watson explores themes of race, class, gender, and body image in this dynamic journey. See, that even sounds deeper than Hello Universe to me. I don't know.
And Kate, you might notice Journey starts with a J, but the J sounds like a G.
If it started with a G, I would have called it a gurney, and that would have been entirely different.
Eric, I don't have the
I don't like this.
I don't have the Prince Awards in front of me. Do you have the Prince up? You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I
a
got the
little
Prince
bit?
Award.
Let's do it.
Purple Rain wins again.
Yeah.
So we'll all do the celebratory bat dance.
Yeah.
So
Well, we should party like it's 1999
yeah.
because of never mind. Just tell us who won the award.
All right. Who won, or do you want the honors first?
You know what? Dealer's choice. Go ahead.
Honors first, then. Vincent and Theo, the Van Gogh brothers. And I know you're going to ask if Theo is the son from The Cosby Show.
It's no fun if you can't do a Cosby impersonation.
Oh, yeah, and you can't.
really can't.
You can't, no.
So-
I'm going to suggest against that. So, okay. Inspired by the more than 700 letters that Van Gogh brothers wrote to each other. Look, I'm already bored.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I'm doing a lot of things, Theo. Me too. I might be famous
That was
someday.
kind of a rough go of it, actually. I just feel like no one's ever going to appreciate me while I'm alive.
Yeah. That Doctor Who episode with Vincent Van Gogh makes my wife cry.
Oh, yeah. I just heard about that recently. Were we talking about that on the podcast? I don't know where that came up.
We just started talking about it now.
Okay.
Maybe you're having like an out-of-body
I
experience?
just had a conversation about this.
So you haven't
recently,
seen that
but I don't
episode
know
yet?
Why. No, I haven't.
But you are going to watch it?
No, probably not.
I thought you were watching through Doctor Who.
We watched some. Yeah, we watched some. We kind of stalled. I'm just not that into it.
Van Gogh goes to like the present.
Yeah.
And goes to a museum because he doesn't think anyone appreciates his art, and like the curator is telling him about how much he loves the piece, and other people are talking about how much they love the art, and it's just like this very like emotional moment for him because he sees he's appreciated, but then it's sad because he still commits suicide.
Okay. That is sad.
Yeah.
All right.
Doctor Who.
Yes. What else we got?
Stranger the Dreamer, which we have. So Vincent and Theo is on order here. Stranger the Dreamer by Lonnie Taylor. Yes. Strange the Dreamer.
Thank you, Kate.
That wasn't even a misprint. Yeah, I just added letters there. In the world of gods, monsters, and nightmares, Orphan Librarian. Orphan Librarian?
Look out.
I'm a librarian with no library.
Yeah.
That's real sad.
Yeah.
I'm a shelf, but I have no books. And
Eric's writing poetry. He's just freestyling.
Orphan Librarian Lazio and Goddess Sari find each other in their dreams. Okay. Against the backdrop of a city reeling after a brutal war, the lushly built, extravagantly written tale explores vengeance, love, and mercy. A lot of vengeance being explored these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not even Ghost Rider that we're talking about.
Yeah,
so
the spirit of vengeance.
Imagine that.
What's the...
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
For the folks at home, the Printz Award is what again? It's geared just towards young adults, right? It's just the upper...
The Michael L. Printz Award is awarded for a book that exemplifies literary excellence in young adult literature. It is named for a Topeka, Kansas school librarian who is a long-time active member of the Young Adult Library Service Association. The award is sponsored by Bookless, a publication of the American Library Association. Learn more about Michael Printz via this video from cjonline.com.
There's probably a time when you could have stopped reading, but
Like,
that's
yeah,
okay.
like a Spielberg movie.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Honor the Hate You Give. The Hate You Give did not win this list by
Didn't go
Angie
the
Thomas.
distance.
We've talked about that a lot. That is I guess Kate could give us a fuller description.
I don't know what you want to know.
Well, it's won several awards.
It has.
Goodreads Choice Awards. I think National Book Award as well.
Yes, and I think it won another one of these for debut from a debut author,
I think-
possibly like a William C. Morris, something like that. I don't know. It was good. It was moving more than a lot of books that I've read recently. So it, the 16-year-old girl, I think, watches a police officer shoot her friend because he thought he was armed, which he was not. And so then she struggles with her, life and how she feels about police brutality and whether she feels safe in her own home and who can make her feel safe. So it's a struggle of just, developing and growing as a human being, but then facing these other struggles that come along the way. There was a lot in it.
Wow.
There was a lot.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Continue. Printz
Okay.
Award. Did you tell us the winner yet?
No,
Okay.
we're on the last honor.
Okay.
Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. So apparently, this has a different description. It's the most haunted elevator ride of his life. He's been urged to break the rules he's grown up with. No crying, no snitching, get revenge. Reynolds' first novel in verse, so this is in verse, is a provocative, compelling, and essential love letter to young people in detention centers. I'm getting a lot of different vibes from this book, from these two descriptions.
Yeah.
Here's the winner. It's the 2018 winner. So we're correct in the year.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just reading every bold text I see.
Good.
We Are Okay, Nick.
Good.
I know you had that surgery.
I did.
And I've got everything else that I'm dealing with.
Yeah. Ringworm.
Ringworm. Jeez.
I'm just guessing. I was
gonna crap. I was gonna say I've read a lot of Punisher lately.
Oh.
But now everybody knows I have ringworm.
Yeah. That's great.
And 3 copies of Ringworld, and no one to lend them to.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
well,
books.
You're an orphan librarian.
Yeah. Sorry. Would an orphan librarian also have no patrons?
I think that's the implication. Yeah.
We Are Okay. It has won. So it's the California native Marin, devastated by grief and questioning her reality, plans to spend her winter break in an empty dorm in upstate New York. But now her best friend, Mabel, is on her way to visit, and Marin must confront the loneliness that is threatening to take over her heart. But I think she might be okay.
Yeah.
So
We Are Okay, written by Nina LaCourte. Do we have this one in the collection? Or
no, it's on its way.
You're familiar with this one? I don't remember ever hearing about it.
I
or
actually thought it was a
talking about
graphic novel because it kind of looks like By the Sea or whatever that is, that book you have, the Brian O'Malley book,
Lost at Sea.
Lost at Sea.
Uh-huh.
The cover reminded me of that, so I thought it was a graphic.
Okay. Interesting.
because it's a very stylized cover.
That makes sense.
So,
Well, let's talk about the Caldecotts then.
yeah.
So the Caldecotts, these awards are given to the most distinguished American picture book.
All right. Kate's going to have some words.
Mostly about illustrations here.
Here.
All right, Kate, you
So-
want to tell us a little bit about the honor books?
Sure.
So
Let's
we'll
see.
save the winner.
We've got Crown, an ode to the fresh cut, is on this list
Yep.
also as
Yep.
an honor.
It's pretty good. And actually, that you say you haven't read that one?
I haven't read
It's
it
a
yet.
very dynamic, like it's very colorful, and the pictures are very. It's unique.
From
It
the
stands out.
cover, it
Yeah.
looks like it.
Yeah.
A different pond, illustrated by. Oh, look, Eric, I'm going to stumble on this one. Thigh.
Anyone? THI.
Sure, yes. An early morning fishing trip between father and son provides food for that evening's dinner and time to reflect on a similar pond in Vietnam. Oh, look, there comes Vietnam again.
It's all over the place.
It's the year of Vietnam.
Oh, God.
So I read
It does.
this-
It feels
no,
like that
no, I'm
sometimes.
sorry. No, I take that back. I lied. Big lie there. But I read this one. Did you read this one?
I did, actually. I
Okay,
read it
hold
back
on.
when it was a.
Ken Burns just did the Vietnam documentary.
Oh. Did
That's-
you watch it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's all I had.
Oh.
Because we were talking about
Yeah.
Viet. All right, I'm giving it back to Kate.
Okay. So a different pond is what we're talking about. Yes, I did
Yes.
read it. I read it. It was up for the Goodreads Choice Awards actually for picture
Oh, that's
book.
right. Yes, yes.
And I read it back then. I liked it. Did you like it?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought it was pretty good.
It was good enough.
At the time the illustrations didn't really leave much of an impact on me. You?
No,
Okay.
no.
It says when it's brushstroke, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was good.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'm glad it didn't win, but no. Okay, that
that.
was wrong. Jeez.
Yeah.
This is
I
why I
agree.
shouldn't be on the
no,
podcast, though.
I know what you're saying. I
It was
wouldn't have
not
given it to
worthy
that
of
either.
the medal, I guess. How about
Okay,
that?
Sure.
Let's see. So we've done Crown, a different pond. Grand Canyon is also
No,
an
that's
honor
the
book.
only one that I haven't read.
Yes, and that one we don't have on the shelf yet either. So that will be on its way.
Illustrated and written by Jason Chin. Did we
Yes.
skip Big Cat, Little Cat in the honor
Though.
books?
Oh, we did. I went right to Crown because we already talked about that one. But Big Cat, Little Cat, illustrated and written by Alicia Cooper, is also on there. Simple and joyful domestic routines underscore the deeply entwined lives of two feline companions and the impact of loss on one.
I liked that a lot. Did
That
you
was
like
a really
that?
cute one.
Kind of sad.
I think it was very full circle
Yeah.
and worked well.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Though the illustrations are very simplistic, which
Yes.
is clearly what they set out to do.
Yeah. And it worked.
yeah,
it
it did.
underscored the message
It
there.
did.
So that was
I don't
nice.
know if I would have given it like the. I think I liked that one the best out of this,
Sure,
but if
sure.
you're basing it just on illustrations, I don't know that I would have put that at the top.
No, there were
Like,
a handful
it
of
said
others
it
that.
said a lot with a little, which I
Yes.
I
No,
appreciate.
you can appreciate that, yeah.
But okay, let's talk about the
Okay.
winner.
And the winner this year, 2018 medal winner for the Caldecott is Wolf in Snow, illustrated and written by Matthew Cordell. How did you feel about this?
My son was way more into it.
Really?
Yeah, he really liked it. I was just kind of like, okay, fine, whatever. So this is basically just about you read this?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
About a little girl who goes out, finds a wolf pup,
Yeah.
cub, I guess you'd say.
That strayed from the pack.
Yeah.
And got lost in the snow.
Yeah.
She helps the wolf get back to his pack, and then she wanders off and gets lost in the snow.
Right.
And the wolf returns the favor.
Yep. So it sends a
Yes.
it sends a bold message that children should play with wolves.
Well,
which
clearly.
I disagree with the message there, but
Come on now.
yeah, my son was he was like, "Where's she going? What's happening?" Because there's no
It's practically wordless.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just basically have like sounds,
Yep.
you know, just like
Barking
barks
and,
and
yeah,
on.
sniffles.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
and it's interesting. It's interesting to look at, you know, like their pointy coats.
I
and-
didn't like it.
Hmm.
I don't know what's wrong with me this year.
No,
I did not like this one.
I didn't particularly like it. I wouldn't have chosen this one.
No.
I probably would have given it to Crown, honestly. I feel like for the ones that we've talked about, that has the most
Sure.
like
don't know.
evocative images. But
I still kind of love After the Fall by Dan Santat.
I don't remember that.
Oh, that was the Humpty Dumpty?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
you're
was
right.
I mean, not even an honor.
Yeah.
I was really kind of upset
That
about
was
that.
good.
That was a really good one.
I like that
And there
a
were a
lot.
couple others on the Antlered Ship. I don't remember who the author or illustrator is on that one, but I thought the art on that was
I don't have
beautiful.
that one.
We have it, so you should check it out.
I will.
But I thought the art was beautiful, but
Mm-hmm.
but you know, none of these compared to a couple others that have come into the library this year. So
Oh, this
I was
one
a
does
little
have a
upset.
little bit of a reaction from the chair of the Caldecott committee.
Oh,
Committee members were astonished that a deceptively simple book could be such a dramatic story of survival. I mean, it does tell a whole story just by images. So, I mean, you got to give it that. Yes, Eric.
I didn't like it.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I read it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like
it starts out, and I thought, oh, this art kind of reminds me of Ezra Keats. And then it moves around. I'm like, oh, no, this is just bad art. Especially at the end where the two parents and the kid are like smiling while looking up. I'm like, this is one of the worst. Like, it's just bad angles.
Bold.
It's bad art.
Bold.
The coloring's kind of ugly. What did I just kick?
Well, it's very stylized, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all about. It's true to itself. Give it that. I mean, it's very cohesive.
Yeah, and also I kept reading. I'm like, well, that would be bad.
Yeah,
I'm
you
pretty
don't
sure
wanna-
that I'm pretty sure if a mother wolf saw you holding its pup, it would
you'd be in trouble.
not just be like,
You
Hey,
would
thanks.
be in
Yeah.
trouble.
So, I don't know. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was great enough to win an award. I didn't think I probably wouldn't even care.
Yeah.
But because it's now like this is the best of 2018, I was like,
Yeah.
Now I have to not like it.
Yeah, well, I think it's an interesting competition. Well, if you want to call it a competition, but with something like Big Cat, Little Cat, which is so simplistic, and something like Crown, which is so like unique and bold. So you can see the different strengths.
I feel like when I look at these books, I'm looking at the total message
Yeah.
as it fits with the art.
Right.
So I didn't like the art, but I understood the message. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, maybe it's just not my style. And I'm not a big fan of wordless picture books either.
No. I don't really
Tuesday
like it
by
either.
David Weisner has got to
I
be
don't know.
the only wordless picture book I've ever enjoyed. And so this was just, I don't know. This one was lost on me. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And it's been on the shelf since February. And last February. And I never thought anything of it.
Any other ones? I want to talk about the Geisel Award, but are there any others that you guys want to
right,
hit
Geisel.
that we haven't talked about?
No.
Okay, so the Theodor Seuss Geisel Award. This is one that I haven't read a single one of these books. Yeah,
We have the majority of
yeah,
them,
I know.
so
I just they weren't on my
doing
radar.
something
So
right, I guess.
I think I read last year's Snail and Worm book, but I don't think I read this one. But okay, let's talk about them. So the Geisel Award is given annually to the authors and illustrators of the most distinguished American book for beginning readers published in English in the United States during the preceding year. So let's talk about Snail and Worm again.
Snail and Worm again. That one I don't know if we do have.
Tina Kugler. I don't think we do. I know we have the one from last year because I'm pretty sure that I
Probably.
read that. Snail and Worm's gentle friendship and support of one another in these humorous and charming stories will delight readers. The seamless introduction of consonant blends and vowel, diagraphs expands new. Oh, I think those are just pushed together.
There was a typo.
Yeah, okay.
That wasn't Nick's fault.
No,
There was a typo.
New readers' abilities. Okay. Yeah, the first Snail and Worm book is cute. Are you familiar with that one?
No,
Last year,
I don't know
Just
that one.
A snail and worm who are buddies,
Well, hey,
hanging
that
out,
works.
having fun. Noodleheads. Do you know that one, Kate?
We've got Noodlehead See the Future, yes. That one was
Okay.
cute.
What is it about?
I don't know. Let's see what
Okay.
it says here. Mac and Mac. It's been a long time since I read it. Noodleheads hoping to eat a cake in their future find themselves in hilarious situations generated from their own foolishness. The author and illustrator bring a rich oral tradition to today's beginning reader. A reader will enjoy being in on the jokes in this cleverly crafted story told in comic book style. So, it introduces young kids to graphic novels and comic books, which I'm sure you both can appreciate.
Yes.
So that's something. That's something. Come on.
Okay, My Kite is Stuck, another story is by Selena Yoon. In this sequel to Duck, Duck, Porcupine, which I think I have read that one.
That sounds kind of funny,
The
though.
hilarious trio continue their antics with Little Duck saving the day every time. The graphic novel format with its speech bubbles and bold illustrations supports newly independent readers, with each story functioning as a standalone.
That's kind of nice. I always like that with like Poppleton and Henry and Mudge, how they're not quite chapters. They're kind of standalone stories all put together. Those are nice.
I don't usually I really don't like reading the Elephant and Piggy series,
No, I'm not big on reading
Okay.
those out loud now.
but I did like the Good for Nothing button.
Yes.
Did you read that one?
Yes, that one was
I
pretty
thought
good.
that was going to be on here.
It was funny. Yeah. Yeah.
That seems like a totally
Completely missed
like
it
would go
somehow.
on there. So who knows? King and Kayla and the Case of the Missing Dog Treats. So
We
this
have
is
that one, yeah.
this is at least two. This is the second book, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, I think so.
In this mystery, Kayla's dog King is accused of eating treats that she baked for her friend's puppy. In 5 chapters, King displays the sleuthing talents to track down the culprit and vindicate himself. I don't know. I don't
Yay.
remember even seeing that one.
No, we have it. None of these really left any kind of impression on me this year,
Okay.
honestly. So
All right.
I know we have it. I know I've read it. I can't really tell you what it's about.
Okay.
Honor book is also I See a Cat by Paul Meisel. Earliest readers enjoy a bird's eye view of the daily experiences of family's pet dog as it waits for the return of his beloved boy. With only 10 distinct words, Meisel masterfully creates an engaging, satisfying, and page-turning read. It is very simple. It is literally, I see a cat, I see a squirrel, I see, and then I think it ends with I see my boy type of thing. So it was nice and simple for beginning readers.
And the winner, Charlie and Mouse.
Yay!
By Laurel Snyder. Do you know this one?
Laurel Snyder is the author of Orphan Island, so I'm really upset.
Wow.
No, I'm not really upset. I do know this one. I know we've got it. I know I read it. Same thing. Left no imprint on my memory.
Well, in 4 short chapters that could each stand alone, readers join young brothers Charlie and Mouse on a full day of imaginative adventures. The brothers talk to sleeping lumps, invite friends to an impromptu playground party, fail to sell rocks, and invent the bedtime banana.
Bedtime bananas. They're a thing, apparently.
So yeah, I'm not familiar with that either.
No.
But it won.
Yay!
My son usually likes these. That's, I don't, you read these to your kids, I assume.
Yep. Take them home and read. Well, sometimes I
Yeah.
do it for myself.
I
but-
always find that these ones, like, even if I don't particularly like them, he does.
Yeah.
So whoever is picking these, I feel like is doing a good job.
I guess so. They must be
getting
pulling an
to
entire
what-
kindergarten
they
class or
must.
something.
They
I don't know.
must, because like Wolf and Snow, I was like, okay, whatever.
Right.
But he kept wanting to read it. He kept liking it, wanting
Which
to
is,
read it.
that is encouraging because
Yeah.
it is a wordless picture book.
Yeah.
So they are independently reading
Yeah.
a story.
Yeah.
So that is a good thing.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
Yeah, no, I didn't particularly enjoy it either. But that's, I do always find that, whatever it is,
Yeah.
they tend to be
They
hits
they do know
with
what
my
they're doing,
son,
I guess.
So he's a good...
I'm wrong this year.
I test the books out on him. So you can find these, and there are many more. There are many more youth media awards that you can go through. We've covered sort of the top tier, but there are others that are gaining in, respect and popularity. Wouldn't you say? Some of these other awards are kind of becoming
some of them are
a
getting
little
there.
bit more.
Nobody will ever be Caldecott or Newbery, but
Right.
we're getting
those
there.
are the tops. You can find these on ALA's website, ala.org. You can find them there, or just do a Google search for Youth Media Awards, and you'll find these and many more. And most of these we have in the collection. If we don't have them in the collection, somebody in our system does. So if you want them, let us know, and we'll get you copies. Anything else you guys want to add? Anything that you really thought? I know, Kate, we covered a little bit. Eric, was there anything from like the YA genre that you expected to get a little bit more attention that didn't? Or do you think it's pretty much representative of what's been?
Well, I've kind of felt like we've talked about this. What was it, like 2 weeks ago or something? We talked about it's been a weird year for YA, and that like nothing really seemed to have like stand out
That's
this
true.
year like previous years. Like it was The Hate U Give,
Yeah.
but that seemed like the only thing
Yeah.
that like people were talking about.
Even series-wise, like nobody really got into the Veronica Roth series.
Yeah, a lot of false. It seems like a lot of false starts because we
Yeah.
talked about Carvel,
Yeah.
how that was like a big deal in January,
Yeah.
but then by at the end of the year, nobody's really talking about it
seems
anymore.
like, to me anyway, it seems like nobody has quite found
The next thing.
whatever the foothold in,
Yeah.
and like what's going to be the popular thing.
Yeah.
Keep like throwing it onto the wall to see what sticks, and nothing has.
Yeah.
So
So
maybe 2018 is the year.
yeah, but with all like the new like number ones that came out, like book ones of new series that came out, there just hasn't. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of like, where's Carvel 2?
Yeah.
Like they're coming, but it doesn't seem like there's the fever pitch that there has been.
And it seems like in adult fiction, occasionally you can sort of work backwards. Like the classic example would be the Da Vinci Code, which
Right.
came out after Angels and Demons just kind of was like a little boop, boop, boop. And then people
Right.
found the Da Vinci Code and went backwards. That doesn't seem to be the case with YA, I don't think. That
No.
people will pick up a book 2 and be like, oh, I got to read more.
I kind of think with YA, if it's like a good trilogy, maybe people will get into that. Like the Hunger
Once it's
Games,
capped, like
right?
once
I
it's
think the
over.
Hunger Games, like I remember like starting to hearing about the Hunger Games once the books were done and the movie was on its way. So I think that kind of plays into it. But also like the industry's changed since then
Yeah.
as well. So maybe it just moves too fast now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Interesting. Well, thanks, Kate, for joining us again.
no
This
problem.
is- I think it's
No,
been
I'm
your
kidding. I'll give Kate the
quickest-
mic.
My
This has
voice
been-
is not that deep. Thank you.
been Kate's quickest turnaround. She was 10 episodes ago. She was here.
Jeez.
So every 10 episodes, Eric, do you think we just lock
no,
that in
please.
stone?
No, let's just not
Kate has
schedule
to be
anything.
here.
See you at 141.
We'll do a special segment called Kate's Corner where she
Yeah.
can just...
Yeah. We should call the picture room Kate's Corner. Oh, that should be your story
That's a
time.
pretty good name.
Big sign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like anything with alliteration. I like.
Yeah, we're gonna have to give you like very big frizzy hair though.
Yeah.
I think to make you just look crazy.
All right. Well, let's talk library news. And Kate, while you're still here, you want to talk about the Wacky Science Show?
Yes, Wacky Science this weekend, Saturday at 2:00 in the auditorium.
It's
we will
February
have Chris
24th.
Johnson. Yes, sorry, February 24th. We'll have Chris Johnson doing some wacky science. I think some of the things that he said will be blowing things up because
Ooh.
that's always fun.
Look out.
Growing and shrinking head, the triangle of terror, something to that effect. Lots of crazy sounding science. A good amount of audience participation. So if your kids like to participate up on stage, make sure you get down in front so that you can be there and he can see you and you can see everything. So yeah,
Exciting.
definitely exciting stuff.
I don't even. This is the first like science show we've done.
Yeah.
At least since I've been here.
Well, and I believe Chris Johnson is a magician, but he makes this very specific. This is not magic. This is actually science at work. It just looks like magic. So it makes it really fun.
His black magic show is you don't even want to.
Ooh, voodoo.
It's intense. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it very clear that the magic show is magic.
Yeah.
There's no science involved.
No. Yep.
Yep. We've sacrificed
pure-
pigeons.
Pure magic.
Yeah.
Well, we mentioned the book clubs already, but I'll remind you again.
Can I tell you I hate magic that's explained to be science?
Yeah.
And that was one thing that was disappointed me about the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
It's like quantum science. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, just make it magic.
It's
He
just
turns something
magic.
into a snake, and it used to be a chair.
Yeah.
Magic.
Magic.
It didn't bring a snake from a quantum realm
Yeah.
and put him on the chair, and now the chair's in the other reality.
Yeah.
It's not that. Anyway.
Yeah. Well,
That's my quick soapbox about how magic should be presented.
I'm glad you got a chance to get that off your chest.
Yeah.
The book clubs we're discussing north of Boston, which Kate and I are leading that discussion together on
Yeah.
March 7th.
Newburyport.
What?
That's north of Boston.
Oh, okay.
That's where I was born.
And then the Patron Picks book club. We just had the drawing last week, and we're going to be reading All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony
Yes.
Dewar, which was in 2016, I think, pretty much just a perpetual bestseller.
Yeah.
From like January 1 to
Yeah.
December 31st.
And if you're Alaska, it's most light.
yeah.
So
Yeah, you can't hardly. Yeah. You invest in some candles. They have electricity. So they
Yeah,
don't-
I imagine
don't
they
need
have
solely candles, but it just seems
you
like
think, yeah.
to mix it up a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
So that's what book clubs are up to.
Do you remember in Malcolm in the Middle where the older brother moved away to like Alaska and was living in Alaska and got married?
No.
That was a fun time.
Sounds intense, though.
Yeah.
Creek Bend Band is coming back March 1st.
Yes.
So join us for that.
Last
People always
seen
like
in
them.
Alaska.
Were
They've
they?
returned.
Wow, what a tour. That's not true. I should just clarify that they were not recently in Alaska. And maybe they were, but
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
That would be news to me.
Yeah. Hey, when's the Iditarod? We never talk about that.
No
we never
idea.
bring it up in book news.
No, we don't.
Okay.
All right.
Did you ever read Stone Fox?
No.
Very sad.
I've read Stone Soup.
Dog has a heart attack right before he gets to the finish line.
Oh, whoa.
And then the kid has to carry him across.
Jeez.
Well, it's to save his grandpa's potato farm because the grandpa had a heart attack. So I guess everybody this boy loves has a heart attack. So maybe it's the
Seriously?
boy, now that I
Boy.
put it together. Stone
Yeah.
Fox is the Native
what's
American.
the X factor there? It's that
Yeah.
kid.
Stone Fox is the Native American who draws a line in the snow and says, anyone cross this, I'll shoot them on the race because he's going to so the boy just carries his big sheepdog dog across the line. Sheepdog is dead but at this point.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'm sure I can't remember if there's a line like, come on, boy, we can make it. So
What a great, depressing thing for us to go out on.
that was a kid's book, yeah.
Thanks for
You
bringing
didn't even
that
ask
up.
me if there was any library news. Maybe I have tons.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, we're showing Thor in a couple of weeks, but
That's fun.
too far away to really
Yeah.
tell you about it.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like that's why I didn't ask. Friday, March 9th.
Maybe I got
is
other
Thor
things.
At 3:30. But that reminds me that we are showing Fences, starring Denzel Washington and Viola Davis, based on the August Wilson play,
Yeah.
which is page screen adaptation right there.
Thor reminded you of Fences?
Yeah, because it's another movie that we're showing.
Ragnarok.
That is
Fences.
right.
Got it.
So you can see Fences February 27th at 2 o'clock. And remember, we show a senior matinee the fourth Tuesday of every month at 2 o'clock. And they're all cool. So come to them, please.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to end
What do
this
you call
podcast.
What do you call Kate Blanchett when she's angry?
What?
Hella mad.
Because of
Because she played the character Hella.
Well, I don't see how we can top that. So thanks again, Kate, for joining us, and we will see you all next time. Bye.